Hey, y'all, welcome to WatchaMania. It's your AEW Collision Albuquerque, New Mexico, May 22nd, 2025. Watchalong and live reactions. I'm your host, Happy Devil. How we doing, y'all? It's great to be here on a Thursday night. I wanted to go for the punk catchphrase. Couldn't make it happen. Fully failed. Oh well. Better things to do. Yo, I see the emote spam there, Hex. Shouts out Hex and Mercy. Don't worry, he's not being here for other things. Dude. Hope your days are good to you regardless. Enjoy that barbecue dot. The manatee. Greetings, Lone Star. Hello, my friend. Yo, said to help I've taken pre-workout to stay up and can't stop shaking. Work out. Work out right now. Right now, bro. Jumping jacks. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Jumping jacks. Let's get it. Do some push-ups. You don't trust yourself with push-ups? Do like some wall push-ups or some like table edge push-ups. You know, like just like lean over on the table kind of thing. Burn that energy. I've been there where it's like, let me just use this as, you know, it'll just be like any other caffeine beverage. I'll be fine. It's just an energy drink. And then I'm just like, you know, I feel you. I feel you so harsh. Hey, yo, Rico, what's up, fam? It's Ramon's birthday today, so I just got back from dinner not long ago. Other than that, just happy wrestling is on again. Yes, fam. Here's the thing. I'm torn. This whole Collision on Thursday dilemma. I've come to love Collision on Saturdays. First off, when it was announced for Saturdays, I was like, dope! A Saturday wrestling show? We haven't had that in forever. And everyone's like, I want to do things on the weekend. And it's like, y'all... We're pro wrestling fans. I'm not saying we don't have lives, but I'm saying if we want to see something, we're going to go out of our way to see it. And we'll make our plans work around it. You know, realistically, especially as you get into adult life, the weekend is not like this mythical beast anymore. Any day you can make your weekend is your weekend. So if Tuesday night is your Saturday night, make it be your Saturday night. So wrestling on a Saturday night didn't really bother me that much. And even more so, it just kind of, it helps break up the week. A couple of days, builds up that anticipation for AEW, then bam, we got it again. And here we're going to have back-to-back nights. Yo, that's so exciting. But then it's like, and we got the pay-per-view this weekend. But if we didn't, it'd be like, all right, patient 6-day wait until Dynamite. You know? Personally, this week was terrible for me, so I'm happy it's on Thursday, but I give it, yeah. Like having Collision on whenever there isn't a pay-per-view on Saturday and just in general. Yes. Exactly, like permanent move over there. Tonight's show feels proper Collision style. Agreed. I saw that too because like it was the last Thursday Collision 2 weeks ago that I felt it was a little less Collision style as a result, and I'm like, is it really just like the weekend magic? Because that'd be unfortunate. Then it's like maybe then that means Collision's vibes as they know it change if it moves tonight. But tonight, the card looks like Collision. I still think it's going to feel much more like Collision. I think it's just thrown them through a loop as much as it has us, funny enough. I got posted on social media. A lot of people are speculating this is them testing the waters with a Thursday Collision. I think it's more so just a matter of circumstance. I mean, yeah, it doubles as a let's see how this works on Thursday thing, but I think it's more so up to WBD than it is to AEW. Because I think if you gave AEW the choice from the get-go, Thursdays or Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, they'd have chosen Thursdays. Just because that's an easier time slot to sell but to fans. But that being said, y'all, we're about to experience a brief buffering. Do not mind. It should be brief if all goes according to plan because we are getting commercial-free edition of the show, and that requires some VPN usage. So we got to test our connection a little bit. Just waiting for the turn of the minute, and there it is. And if all Alrighty, y'all. Hopefully all is well from here. You should be clear on the buffering. If you are not, just refresh your page or the stream, and you should be good from there on out. You must have got the last minute of Big Bang Theory. Oh, that's rough. Damn, dog. I always throw out go position there. I mean, I don't know how it's not convenient for everybody. Pretty much if you don't have a double monitor PC setup, it's probably not the most convenient to run. But I see people do it on one monitor. I see people do it on their phone, like Reyna, for example. I want to see a request that this is kept for PB weeks. So tired of dealing with the matches added on Collision the night before. Yeah, I hear that. That's also another reason is you get to see the collision card get built up a bit more. I'll just put the back there a second. Oh, bet. Good looking out. As we're getting settled in here, y'all, please do me a favor. Leave a thumbs up here on the stream. Assuming you haven't done so already. That helps us in the algorithm. Get seen. Get recommended to those who might be looking for us, especially on this odd night. Other collision watch-alongs might not be running because it's a different night than usual. So we want to be there for the folks. Reyna, calm down. Weirdly excited for 0 hour match. Dude, that's been me for like the last year. I don't know why. I don't get. I'm like, why am I so excited for the? I think I've had fun with a few 0 hours in my day, and I'm just like, I've put so much more emphasis on it now as a result. Probably more than it deserves, honestly. And that's not to like knock the 0 hour as much as it's just like, I don't want to put. It's not fair to put that much pressure on it, you know. Did Nick Wayne win? That is New Japan spoilers, so I want to leave that to people to find out on their own, Eric. Oh. You know, and shut up a video that was about to give spoilers for this show. Yo, good catch. I was listening to a podcast this morning. They were like, Collision was taped last night and on the show, and I just stopped it and closed out the podcast. I had to find something else to listen to, but like I was like, I'm not even going to go back and listen and try to find the spot where I avoid the spoiler because maybe we'll talk about it later. There's so casual about it, too. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Hello, Darth. Welcome in, friend. How goes? On this special Thursday edition of Graps. Pretty sure of all time. Watching that matches. Yo, that's great. Honestly, yeah, no, watching wrestling with casual fans who are genuinely into it is one of the best experiences you can have as a pro wrestling fan. Because it's like you get to secondhand relive the magic of being a pro wrestling fan for the first time. It's awesome.
I think that's what makes it so frustrating is they are so good, so unbelievably good, without question one of the best tag teams in the world. So I don't know why they're going this route, man.
Looks like we're starting off with an in-ring segment, sure enough.
Some decorum, please. And now they're
Gonna get him behind on TBS. No worries, Lone Star. We got you, fam.
Sunday, first of all, here is Daniel Garcia.
There you are, friend.
A man who, based on recent history, Adam, you know quite well, man, you defeated.
His PPV looks impressive. You're welcome. His looks and his pay-per-view looks impressive. Ooh, yeah. I dig it. I see a lot of people bragging the tag title match because Sons of Texas. Get it? That promo did kind of just stagnate the pace of the show and the segment it was in. But yeah, last night I heard someone speculate Nigel turns heel on Danny at the pay-per-view, and I don't know how I feel. I don't either, because why? Like, this whole thing is born off of him getting disrespected multiple times over. How do we get from there, from one to the other, you know? That feels like a big jump.
And of course, Daddy Magic out here with Danny Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen,
He did not just offer a handshake, Dax, you jackass.
decorated Ring of Honor champions ever. My broadcast colleague right here on Collision. Let's give it up for Nigel McGuinness.
It'd need a really good. That's exactly it. It, like, first off, can't be joining FTR. That immediately doesn't make sense. Maybe they can make it make sense, but don't do that to yourselves. You know, like, don't put yourself in that position of having to make orange juice out of lemons. Great turn of phrase I heard from the Sour Graps podcast this past week. You can't make this cat knit a sweater. It is unfair to expect this cat to knit you a sweater. Cats don't knit sweaters. They cannot knit sweaters. You can come from see Nigel as a heel because it's so good.
Match agreement FTR, if you would, sign the contract.
You leave my arm. She's dead. Don't tell me what my cat can do. Look, Jordan, maybe I'm just jealous that my cat can't knit me a sweater, okay? Let me cope.
To give you one more chance to reconsider.
I don't have a cat. Perfect. Perfect stop off to the bit.
No matter how much you've turned
God, I have one more of my cats. What else? You can bring so much prominence to ROH if you had him reinvigorating the Pure Division over there. Gosh. Yes, Lone Star. More of this. More of this.
Is that really what you want to do? I'm talking, Nigel.
I'm talking.
To talk and run your mouth, but tonight it's gonna pay to shut your mouth and listen, because I don't think you understand just
Cash has gotten so much confidence.
way into.
That's can knit. I knit, and I'm a. Raya.
You like to hide behind the commentary table and make jokes. You like to
Hide.
behind the commentary and say you're retired and then interject yourself physically into our business. I need you to understand this, Nigel. Sunday, there is no commentary table to hide behind. Sunday, there is no magic trick to save your ass.
Oh.
It's you, a shell of a man, a shell of Nigel McGuinness, a shell of your former self against the greatest tag team of all time. Are you sure
Cash wild in.
what you want? Think about it.
Right? Bro, he's gotten so intense so fast.
Finally, the contract is signed by FTR. Thank you very much. Okay. You know, I was having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Yo, this crowd just lit up for Danny to speak.
About you to
What?
God, and I still do. That's not something that just goes away. But I have to look at you too for what you
Ooh,
are now. and
you're right,
that's
Lone Star.
you selfish, narcissistic sociopath. You guys say that I turned my back on you, but nah, you guys turned your back on me.
Windows Danny's
You
that
guys
guy.
turned your back on anybody that has ever
Screw
been
anybody
around
you got here like,
you guys have
I don't
crossed
see it.
too many lines to count, and now I gotta stand up for myself. But I'm not just standing up for myself. I'm standing up for Tony Schiavone. I'm standing up for Daddy Magic.
The look on his face.
Standing up
Yo, what's that look on his face? What do you mean you're standing up for me?
I'm standing up for everybody here that has had enough of the both of you.
Oh, shit. Matt looks like he's got something to say. Oh, no, for real, Rika.
You guys are right about one thing.
That whiff
You guys are the greatest tag team that
is
wrestling
rarely achieved.
has ever seen. But this Sunday
Rarely achieved naturally, I
is
should say.
going to be a wrestling match. This Sunday is going to be a fight. And I am coming to fight. And Nigel, I know you're worried. I know you have that little voice in your head that is making you doubt. But the thing is, no matter what they say, no matter how you feel, I see you walking down those hallways every single week. I see that look in your eyes. It's the same look in your eyes that you had when you were wrestling Samoa Joe, when you were wrestling Bryan Danielson, when you were being one of the greatest Ring of Honor champions of all time.
Speak for your choices to bring the building.
And Nigel, no matter what they say, no matter how you feel,
We've gotten so far away from the Red
and
Death.
everybody here knows that you still got it. And Nigel, if I'm not getting the Nigel McGuinness that I know and that they know that you can be, you don't even gotta
Talked about my fam. Pop. So I don't understand.
Sign it, Nigel. Please go ahead.
Stop. Back to wrestling.
Now, whether I've still got it or not,
We'll find out on Sunday night, a double or nothing. But before I sign that contract, I need your word, I need your guarantee, whatever that's worth nowadays, that after Sunday, no matter what happens, win, lose or draw, you don't touch Tony Schiavone or me ever again.
Yes, Darth. I'm so happy that this crowd's so into it.
Ever again. In fact, you don't even look at Tony Schiavone at me ever again. Because if you do, I promise you, it'll be top guys out for good.
What is that? My thing is like win, lose, or draw. That's what you're threatening.
Wait a second.
How do you plan on seeing that through? Should you be proven to not be better than them?
No, hey, New Mexico, hey. Before we wrap this whole thing up, okay? Nigel, I want you to look me in the eyes while you sign that. I want you to look me in the eyes because I gotta know.
Learn to not look where he's writing.
I gotta know this is what you want to do. Nigel, this ain't 2009 when it was all about you. It's 2025, Nigel, and you've got a family. You've got a beautiful family you need to think about. And I know the wrestling business has beat you up for years. But if you
Hey, Cam, welcome in.
you want myself in cash to finish the job, sign the contract. But just know, if you sign that contract, it's your blood on your hands. If you sign the contract, what happens Sunday at Double or Nothing, we hold no responsibility for. Or, Nigel, you can turn around,
She's gonna do a wrestle.
get out of the ring, walk all the way over to the commentary desk where you belong, and we can forget about all this. And we'll put it behind us, Nigel. And then maybe the seven of us can even, maybe we can even be friends, Nigel.
I'm only going to ask you this once. Don't put your hands on me again.
Nigel, whoa.
That wasn't a question.
Whoa, why are you so serious? Why are you so serious? This is business. This is all business, Nigel. Because if this were personal, I would have already splattered your nose across your face. But this is business. This is business, and Sunday, we're going to be businessmen. I just hope Sunday as well, you can be a businessman yourself, Nigel.
He just touched him again. Oh. And Cash attacking everybody. Watch out for Dax. I mean, I do believe the contracts have been signed fully. Let's go. I was like, why is Nigel not sitting? The way he's grabbing the rope for leverage, that's so ruthless. Bro needed a seat. This is good. Agreed. AEW's been doing really well at getting legit heat for their heels lately.
Come Sunday, I'm looking to your soul.
Oh, he hasn't signed it yet.
This ends.
Nigel McGuinness, pen to paper, it is official for Double or Nothing. This Sunday, live on pay-per-view, Nigel McGuinness, Daniel Garcia, taking on FTR.
Cash is glowy in the graphic.
Fans, after what transpired last night between Mina Shirakawa and the AEW Women's World Champion, let's go hear some exclusive comments from Timeless Tony Storm.
So many women have died when they are young, only for their bodies to be buried much later. But you, Mina Shirakawa, have only ever made me feel very much alive. I have appreciated you, I have admired you, by God I have envied you. But now, you're here to stay. The safari is over. And it's much more difficult to survive the square jungle when this pussy is on the prowl. I've always had a premonition that this journey would end in tragedy. So if there's anyone that can stop this belt from shining in my reflection at all in, then there is nobody more talented than you. I just have one request. Sunday, give me your damnedest in the desert. Make me fight for my fate in Phoenix. Let's drag our tits through the dirt and make every cactus cream in celebration. And then, decades from now, when we're in the wrestler retirement home giving Brutus Beefcake a lap dance, I will turn
What?
and I will say, damn it, Mina! You lusty, busty bastard! We lived.
It's Timeless Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's World
Tony Storm.
Championship.
Yeah, actually enjoyed this feud. The Brutus Beefcake match is great. Needing it. Why is the AEW World Champion sat my back card? Gosh, never openweight champion.
Let me turn the reins back over to the lead ring announcer of Collision.
No Josh Alexander. He'll be out here later on, hopefully with his MLP title. They won't let him wear his MLP title, but damn, they should.
Needless to say, Sunday's going to be quite an event. A can't miss affair going
That's
down
right.
this Sunday night double or
Never title a show. Yes, no, I am very much happy. That one, you see that? That checks out because they are in an official partnership with New Japan, and Takeshita is their contracted talent, also contracted to New Japan in a very unique circumstance. Los Outrunners? The thing says Los. Oh yes, okay, because it's meant to. I messed up the gimmick. I forgot about the gimmick. I'm sitting here wondering, why are we Los Outrunners? Is someone about to come out? Yes, they are. Duh.
to the 80s, and here comes the ROH champion, Arcadiara. Oh, that's Bandito.
Joining us from Torreon, Mexico, weighing 211 pounds, is the Ring of Honor World Champion, Bandito!
Those glasses are something else.
Yeah, Bandito,
Yes.
Honor World Championship.
Yes. Damn it. I was not ready for the bit. I was not ready for the bits because they normally don't do their gimmicks. They don't normally do their gimmicks during somebody else's entrance. When they get the whole half entrance thing, they usually give it to them.
Acknowledge him. We could just ignore him for the entire match. We have to. You're not going to be able to ignore him because he'll start talking anyway. Don,
Good shout. I dig the purple as well.
out here, and great to be out here with the champ. Adam, good to see you, buddy. This is great. Very exciting for me. Wow, how about that? Big Adam Cole fan. Really?
I don't think that's true at
It's
all.
rare that you've had two such good-looking guys out here as me and Adam Cole at the same time, right?
Well, you are laying it on thick. What's going on in
He's a
your
great
brain
champion,
here?
but let's focus on the match. I'm so happy that
Oh, his
Trent is back,
gear is like New Orleans themed.
nestled in the bosom of the family.
Yeah, RPG Vice, part of the Don Callis family.
Are they ever? Bandito, though, winding up, peppering Trent with those shots.
So quick is Bandito.
Very, very quick. Super hard.
You good, Trent?
Not only that, as we've said many times, one of the most powerful men, pound for pound. that you
No.
can find. He is so strong.
Just dove under the ring. Wow, y'all both saw that, huh? I missed that.
What does that even mean? You wanna
Was his
talk
entrance
about
ramp side?
deceptively strong? Takeshita is just plain strong. Raw bone strong.
Plain strong.
Caught. Oh my gosh. Now that's playing strong.
Breaker by Bandito.
Trent was like an inch from the ground. It got yanked all the way back up. Commentator side. Oh, okay.
Well, Bandito now in control of Trent Beretta, who returned recently from his
Yeah. Might just be an audio tech thing, but it would be cool if that was like, just for example, watch that be Mark Davis under the hoodie. 15. They had a stall of like 4 seconds. Bandito out here was going to hold up the suplex all night if he wanted to. Hell yeah. Nice suplexes. I love the synchronicity. Okay. Probably was just a stagehand getting caught. Yeah, it happens every now and then. If you're watching somebody do their entrance to the you'll see somebody just in the background across the stage. No. CML's Rio's match should still be happening. Unless this match was made last second to hold that off until ROH, as initially planned. But it was on the advertisement graphic and everything. Let's see if it still could come tonight. Says so. Yo, is Josh Alexander going to be wearing the bodysuit thing again? I'm here for it. Probably not. I think that's just his entrance gear. Okay, no, we're still getting the trios match. I love it because we've gotten like 7 CMLL trios matches on ROH over the last 3 months. And I'm pretty sure the majority of them had about 5 of those 6 men in him. Fine, 6 on Collision then, right? Meanwhile, me, a sicko, sitting here like, well, you had 8 matches on Collision last week. Why so light on the wrestling? Even though 6 matches in 2 hours is plenty. Yeah, I saw Elena Black, Priscilla Kelly, both announced for GCW in July. Elena's got 5 dates. Priscilla's got 2. And who else was it that was returning to GCW? I saw. Damn, it escapes me. But yeah. Also, another person coming in July and August. She said we've got a lot of things going on for us in the summer. It's got 2 tournaments at the top of June as well. We'll figure out where to include those. New Japan will finally be taking some rest. Yeah, the guy did. It's hilarious. I just can't.
We are back on Collision, and we are coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we're going to be going to Phoenix, Arizona. You know what? I got to be honest with you.
Can't deny that, Chris. And there's the tag. Let's go. Bandito running through RPG Vice. Yes. Actually, I think it was Shotzi who was the... No, yeah, 100%. Because Kelly and Shotzi are already together. In like, when they were let go. Well, one let go, one not renewed. Bandito with the one-arm power slam is so incredible. Yo, Bandito versus Takeshita. All of a sudden, I need it. This internet... Ooh. Great international feature. I almost said international title match, forgetting that Takeshita dropped the title to Kenny for a moment. Agreed. And I get it's probably safer to have him be in these team-based matches, but I'd love to see him in more singles matches. Nice. Hell yeah. That strength. Bro is not small. In fact, he's taller. Doing a move like that to somebody who's taller is so incredible. like that Blue Thunder Bob. Y'all, the in-ring quality that AEW has achieved in 2025 is something we've gotten so spoiled by.
3-on-1. Shelved out was the low.
We're watching early 2020 pre-pandemic, and the wrestling quality is just not this. It's still great wrestling, but comparatively speaking, it's like, damn. They really upped their game. Great teamwork there. The work rate is so high in AEW.
What's behind you here? They help Bandito out.
Double drop kick. There we go.
There you go. That's from the 80s. And now, taking care of RPG Vice.
Oops. Double knees. Bandito on his own.
Do you think Rocky and Trent will hit their new finishing move that no one can kick out of? That jackal driver is most certainly dangerous.
That's not a. Is that a finisher? Is that a team move rather? Oh. He tried so hard to stay up on his feet.
The lights of Rocky have gone out. Bandito sizing up for the 21 plex, but Beretta bails him out. Good job. Team wrestling.
Pump kick that time.
Big agree. A lot of times I find myself enjoying Collision a little bit more than Dynamite for that reason.
Time again, that surge of adrenaline from Bandito allowed him one last desperate shot. And when you have
Like, y'all, it's so incredible having to put in perspective, right? Being a pro wrestling fan for 12 years before you finally find the style of pro wrestling that you actually enjoy. Like comparatively speaking, because obviously I enjoyed what I was watching, but I've always just wanted it to be more wrestling, less talking, for lack of a better way of putting it. Hey, slam in truth.
Keep it going, baby.
Double by elbow. Give it to me.
this is sickening.
Let's go. You son of a bitch. Yeah, the Jackal Driver is that double powerbomb thing to do. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking the Jackal Driver was... Oh, no, now I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Corn cutter. And now a little triple team here on Takesh to Don.
It's weird that they call a powerbomb combo a driver. Why don't they just call it Jackal Bomb? Oh.
Yeah, the total recall interrupted. And Takesh to the knee.
They hit heads that time at shot.
Oh, they bonked noggins.
Then Lance Archer.
Damn.
He's back. Lance Archer just leveled Bandito. I missed that.
You missed that. You probably called for it. Takesh is up. You take a look again. And Lance Archer.
Yo, the half and half
Against the outrun.
in sequence.
Out on the outside.
Yeah, basically you're right. It's we're 3-on-2 here, but now Romero is up.
Oh, look at this.
No way.
They're going for it.
My God.
Good night. The outrunner's planted.
And that is that.
Damn. Trent?
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Lance just big chill. He was so relaxed, just like
Win tonight belongs
so pleased with himself.
to Callis family. And a big win for the family ahead of Double or Nothing. And for fans here in the United States, you can join us for Double or Nothing this Sunday. Prime Video, traditional cable and satellite providers, YouTube, people,
I'm so sorry, but I find this hilarious.
Dave & Buster's, and Tom's Watch Parlor.
You so can tell they're like, damn, we gotta do some make good. The finish was absolutely sick. But just the whole way to how to watch. There's like 8 ways to watch the show, y'all. Relax. I'm sorry. That was major damage control right there. And maybe I'm a little too detached finding it as hilarious as I have. Oh?
Let me be very clear. There's a lot of people asking questions. Why would Gabe Kidd join up with the Young Bucks? Why would Gabe Kidd join up with John Moxley? It's very simple. They want to save this company. They want to save what AEW is. Protect it from all of us. You want to protect it? How are you going to do that when we are here eating it alive from the inside?
Anarchy in the arena. We will paint a picture of the spirit of professional wrestling, and we're gonna paint it in blood.
All right, then. So Eddie return. Final prediction. Oh, yeah, Eddie's definitely going to return. Here's the thing. Eddie returns. Death Riders team still wins. I'm thinking the Death Riders team is going to... After that segment, it immediately just made me go, oh, they're going to fuck them up. Someone's going to get really hurt in Anarchy at the Arena. Yeah, they are still not on max. Yeah, no. I just saw today that they're apparently there's something with Max. They're working out in terms of like how to safely and consistently stream pay-per-views live on there. So it's partially on Max the hold up there, which is why it's probably not coming around until like 2026, 2027 or something like that. Good point about Gabe Kid. Like, of course I join him. I hate AEW and they're tearing it down. No brainer. No, yep, exactly. It's really fucking simple. I appreciate him being that obnoxious about it. I mean, I personally wouldn't have put it that aggressively, despite quoting him just now. But yes. Riders vs. War Dogs could be a... Ooh, Jordan, that's a fun one.
When the tensions are this high between Mercedes and Jamie Hayter, I mean, that creates another environment entirely. Oh, absolutely. There's enough pressure as is being in a tournament like this. Trust me, I know.
This is a song. This feels like a song that would come on the radio.
Reyna Easy's making her AEW Collision debut, but this is not her first rodeo. A highly accomplished athlete in her native Mexico.
Oh, I should mute? Oh, I should mute. Okay. It's copyrighted music? Oh, that's amazing. The fact that they're using copyrighted music for somebody who isn't signed is kind of epic. Ah, that's right. We have seen her before. I had a feeling. I'm trying to get it back here with some friends. Dude, right? That. Oh, man. That's a great scene set. I had a feeling the Lucha Trios match was going to be the main. It was, I believe it was taped Wednesday, aired today. Really good about uploading that kind of stuff. That's awesome.
The oldest wrestling promotion in the world to make our debut at Arena Mexico in Mexico City on Wednesday, June 18th.
That's going to be so out.
It is a bucket list for any wrestling announcer or any wrestling fan to go to Arena Mexico.
Any wrestler.
Any wrestler. Absolutely. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to this.
Reyna Easy
And roll up.
roll up there on Mercedes.
Limited seats are available, by the way.
Oof.
Counter by Mercedes.
Great counter. There it is, Wednesday, June 18th in Mexico City. 1, 2, Arena Mexico.
See, Mercedes has really gone out of her way to train multiple styles.
I mean, her career speaks.
So even here, she's not completely out of her wheelhouse.
Really, really tough to beat.
She thinks a lot of herself, and there's nothing wrong with that. As you know, I think all you wrestlers need to have confidence. She even hypes it up a little bit more, but boy, she can back it up, man.
Yeah, she sure can. She sure can.
Wait a minute, I have to...
The timeout and
Okay.
little shimmy and a shake.
Just gonna hit the CEO dance. Okay.
Mercedes, a real misstep there.
Had her jaw set. She was, oh, look at that tape.
Oh!
Right into the sun.
Oh no!
Yes, sir.
Now center of the ring. Mercedes
Oh, that's right.
maker cinched in and
Show that how our tickets available. That tells me that they did an initial setup that wasn't actually at max venue capacity, and they sold that out, so they decided to open up more seats to sell.
she was able to get out of that submission as
That's the only way that makes sense to me. Either that or the sellout was erroneous.
We mentioned Mercedes, of course, and Jamie Hayter
Love the Garcia shit.
goes on to All In, but the winner also, of course, wins
Oof. Big ass shot.
Trophy Championship.
the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Oh, as Mercedes overcomes
Must be. I was so confused. Yeah, no, that's the most sense I can make of it. Like, that's not even trying to make an excuse. That's just like, that's theoretically the only way that's possible, to my knowledge. Yeah, like, but if they're still selling tickets, then yeah, either tickets were refunded or what they sold out was not actually max venue capacity. Yeah. Is people is everything she thinks she is, and people can't. Yes, that's the thing. That's why they're always trying to find something wrong with it. That's why they're always trying to find every little error to harp on, and that's why you can only. That's why you can appreciate the roundabout humility when she, you know, slips on a rope run arm drag and decides to just stand there and soak in the moment instead of trying to play it off or redo the spot.
And it's going to be a hell of a week for all of us here in AEW, as you can see.
That's incredible. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Oof, that was a hard impact. I'm looking forward to that week so much, y'all. It's all in week. This is now officially a thing. All in week. Oh, that's still exactly. Even if whether it's they're just selling 200 more tickets or 2,000 more tickets, it's amazing that they were able to do 11,000 like they did. That's almost as big as the most recent pay-per-view. Actually, I think that is bigger. Who could get unlaced and people would call her washed, literally.
TBS, and of course, over on TNT. And now Max and Mercedes getting ahead of steam. Got the knees up.
Reyna drops down in the corner, and Mercedes.
Going for another meteor.
The Meteora. And Reyna Easties may be out on her feet as
This is a really exciting year for AEW. I think this is the closest they've ever gotten to recapturing for the pre-pandemic magic of AEW. I'm calling it Ali. Ali. I can't even say it, do it right. Too busy trying to not pop while doing it. Yo, nice. Yes, happy Gemini season, everybody.
Some could say it's confident, some could say that it's foolish. I guess only time will tell. I think it says a lot about Mercedes Mone.
Swing and a miss by Mercedes. Now Reyna
He's got it caught. Oh, maybe a tombstone will come out of that.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait a second. Mercedes looking to transition.
Double sneeze. Oh, she's done. Damn, with her own hair over her face. Ooh, that was almost anticlimactic. Let go.
Maybe this is going to happen to Jamie Hayter.
A go-home title defense for Mercedes. Mm-hmm. Yep, after getting knocked the f out. There's the security guards that Ospreay sent on their way. Unfortunately, same Darth. I'm really hoping I get worked. My ideal scenario would be Mercedes comes up short against Jamie, and then Athena comes around again, and we get 2 matches for them set up. An ROH Women's World Championship match at Death Before Dishonor. I'm sorry, at Supercard of Honor. And a... Yeah, I keep making that mistake because that's what it initially was going to be. But yes, ROH Women's World Title match at Supercard of Honor and TBS Championship match at All In. Back-to-back nights. Yeah, man, with the split died from security guard. No one will think you're just an indie guy. Right? Yeah, there are certain looks that just don't work for the whole, you know, security guard extra. Finish the booking inside. You see, yeah, the thing is, that's kind of been the writing on the wall, in my estimation, since Mercedes was announced for the tournament. But I don't want that. I feel like the TBS title is still too new for that. I mean, we had a similar situation with the men's championships with Jack Perry and Bryan Danielson at All Out last year. But the TNT title has like 2 more years on the TBS title for one, so there's a little bit more time for the title to have like had its own identity. On top of the fact that the TNT title didn't have a 500-day reign in its lineage, you know? So it doesn't seem like it's the right time to go there. I can see the appeal, though, right? 2 of your most mainstream women's stars, both champions of the brands, going up against one another at your biggest show. That is marquee in its own right. But, like... unless it's the main event, I don't think it's worth to throw away this Jamie Hayter story that's been sitting right here on the table since she came back almost a year ago. Anyway, I see what happens if they wanted to dissolve the TBS, maybe to make way for tag belts. You see, not a bad shout. That's not the worst idea, because in my opinion, we should have had tag belts long before we got a women's mid-card title. Personally, do it all. I think you can make it happen. But then again, we still struggle to have 2 women's matches on a card, so I can see the argument against it.
This marks 6 years since the very first Double or Nothing. Moment in time that would never be forgotten. And I'll also never forget about making history with my brother. I have given my soul for this.
Together we are the Sons of Texas. We are an undefeated tag team. We are 2 men who have been here since day 1, since the very beginning, and now here we are, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he was soaking in it that night.
Sammy and I have earned an AEW World Tag Team title opportunity.
They're adults or something, right?
Together we are the perfect combination of sweat, blood, grit, passion,
And speed. That's right. They like to hurt people. Well, have at it.
Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara. We will risk everything, every single time when we step foot in that ring, to get everything.
If you're a betting man, bet on the day 1 guys.
They're just so aesthetically different. One's so gritty and casual, one's so prim and proper and professional looking.
On the cusp of capturing the AEW World Tag Team Championship this Sunday.
Wow, he was close to that fire. Well, I saw Deadpool gear for Wembley and decided to just keep using it. Right? Yeah, I like that they're like, you know, we like this aesthetic. We're just gonna keep it. Rock it out with the Kyle. By God. Fletcher.
Absolutely. Again, to me, his only flaw is the fact that he's aligned himself with Don Callis. This man has all the potential in the world. Absolutely a future world champion. He just got to get away from Don. As Don Callis and Lance Archer once again
See.
returning
Dang.
broadcast position.
Oh, this is great.
Don, you're a popular guy here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, right. It feels like it'd be so invasive.
And his opponent from Elizabeth,
I'd be constantly distracted by my own attire.
123 pounds, Jay Lethal.
As Jay Lethal makes his way to the ring for this matchup, of course, we want to remind you fans, this match is brought to you by
Coming out of the face tunnel, even though the last time we saw him.
No crash, all energy.
Okay, Harley. Officially buying that product now. No. But I have been eyeing it. Since the first time they advertised it, I was like, oh? Non-caffeine energy alternative? I could use that. Grab second energy drink of the day.
The friend business, it's the wrestling business. I sure have. So why is this relevant that he's your friend? He's a great wrestler, right?
Thanks, Harley.
Amazing wrestler. That's good. An amazing wrestler. So you agreed with
They can anyways, right? Effort was put in.
for you to understand it.
crashing like you've hit a wall after your energy drink. Break through with iDrink, the clean, crash-free productivity drink that enhances focus and stamina without caffeine or stimulants. Grab yours now at idrink.com and use promo code AEW15 for 15% off your order.
She's
Elbow tie. Lethal looking for the ankle pick, but Fletcher, he had a wide base. Great counter there by Fletcher.
that would be some DDT Pro levels of randomness, right?
He was as a Ring of Honor champion.
Well, I wouldn't be entirely against it either.
Television titles in Ring of Honor at the same time. Amazing athlete, but he's got to be on his best here. You got to admit,
Gee, you think? You're talking about the future champion here. He's probably going to hold all the belts. Kyle Fletcher, the pro.
Wow, AEW has got so slick.
Lethal getting in Kyle's head a little bit here. That's that experience coming through.
Yeah, you said that on the Double or Nothing media call earlier this morning, I heard. Which is pretty awesome. I hope so. It's been long overdue. In a world where the pandemic doesn't happen to wrestling, AEW Women's World Tag Team titles are made in 2020.
Yes, that exactly, Tony.
Look, what am I looking forward to on Collision? Hey there, Kevin. What am I looking forward to most tonight? I might have to say Komander and Speedball versus the Faccion Ingobernable. Although Paragon versus Grizzled Young Veterans. Actually, no, I'm got to go with that. That's top-tier tag team wrestling waiting to happen.
going on, here's cover one, and going on to, of course, All In.
Saturday, July 12th, the winners of the Men's and Women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament will challenge for the AEW World Championship, the AEW Women's World Championship.
Another grant for
It
TVs.
could be Jamie Hayter. It could be
I'm listening.
Mercedes
I'm listening.
heading into Austin
Speedball.
on July
Yes.
12th.
They're awesome. Oh, you good, Kyle? Working that leg out, I see.
And after what we saw on Dynamite last night, Excalibur, it's pretty intense between all these athletes.
He's got a little goose egg on the side of his head.
Yeah, Adam, that figure four in the ring post delivered by Mina Shirakawa. You have to question if Timeless Tony Storm's going to be able to head into that match at 100%.
Oh, absolutely. It is tough to say. No matter what, that's going to be an incredibly painful move to deal with. But you're right. That is something she's going to have to worry about.
And speaking of painful, Kyle Fletcher working over Jay Lethal here, Tony.
Stepping on the throat of Jay Lethal while holding the ring ropes.
A one-night women's tag team wrestling tournament? That's an interesting proposition, Mike.
Smooth, so well at controlling the pace.
It definitely looks like it's like a... I think the term is hematoma. Like it's like a rise in the skin because there's a gathering of blood underneath the surface. But yeah, I think I've seen it previously before now that you mention it.
As a wrestler, I just don't like him as a person. And Jay Lethal, here he comes.
Same. Nice with the tope, though.
Are you all right? Oh, I'm great, Doc. Good, I'm just checking. Just checking.
I'm worried about Adam Cole for.
What's that?
Why are you worried about the champion?
Agreed.
Champion. We got to look after our champions here. Kyle Fletcher pointing his finger right now to Cole's face.
And you absolutely could do it as well, Rico, because that's 7 matches. You could so do 7 matches in 2 hours. With a segment or 2 in there as well. Obviously, some of those matches got to be shorter, but, like, it's fine. As Adam Cole doing commentary, to just do it. Possibly to set this up. I mean, he might as well be Lone Star. Now that you ask that, I think it's more or less the purpose he serves in the Don College. He's just a member of the family. I don't think he's like given that title particularly, but he just seemed to just kind of act that way. Okay. Yeah, I think it was a red herring thing. They were just like, Adam Cole on commentary. Kind of like a, he's not doing anything, so let's make him do something kind of thing. And sure enough, face off.
Can wrestle any style. Looks like a champion. Looks like a movie star. They used to say stuff like that about Adam Cole, too. Now he's got the belt. He's the flagship. I mean, I think it's fantastic. But let's give Kyle Fletcher his due.
Pounding away. Something's up here.
Something tells me we got ourselves a title match as early as next week's Collision.
He is a prodigy. But I've been young and brash before, too, where I thought I was invincible and no one could stop me. Kyle's going to learn that the hard way, that he needs to change his mindset.
I think we'll both be very happy to pass along that message from the champ to Kyle, like kind of a mentoring opportunity. I think this is great. Thank you very much, Mr. Cole. Good stuff.
How does Tony Tillman?
I think you're right. I think you're right. I apologize, by the way. I apologize.
It's so funny. Leo's what?
The big man pounding away.
I think that's exactly what it is, Hikarashi. But yes, welcome in. Oh, hey, Wyatt. A welcome in, friend. It's good to see ya. Lilo and Stitch, what? What, is there a new Lilo and Stitch movie coming out? Was that an advertisement they just set up on the screen that I fully missed? So the answer is probably no, but good for those looking to see it. Nice. I love Lilo and Stitch as a kid. The movie and the show. Live action. Oh. Pending interest. Definitely one of those things that I'm going to choose to forget about until people watch it and express their opinions on it. Scoop. Got a slam. Shutting him down.
Just buying some time, apparently. Your athlete, man, looks kind of peaked here.
Keep talking, Shivani.
Collision continues. Tony Schiavone, Excalibur.
Oh, we're coming back. I was like, Collision. That's a sudden way to just go off to commercial break. It's because that's not what they're doing. Live action. I'm sure it'll be a musical. The way you say that, and there's a certain sect of people who would be like, "Oh wait, no, I'm actually in now." There is a very passionate crowd for musical movies. I am not amongst that crowd. But to each their own. Will always be a let people enjoy things type of guy. I've even been leaning off the whole pineapple pizza bit. As long as it's trying to not turn. That bridge off the top of my head kick out takes a lot. That music, yeah, but not like every 5 minutes we're singing a song at the entire cast in character. Those musicals and studies has a degree, or is that just sucked for 10 years and they can't write good ones? Oh, really?
Left his head exposed. Fletcher made him pay with the upkick, but back to that knee.
There's also a live How to Train Your Dragon releasing it. What? Oh, something tells me Jay is thinking figure 4. And I just mean all remix these days. Yeah, fair. I say release 2 versions. It'll take a lot more work, but you please a lot more of a crowd that way, and make a lot more money off the movie as a result. Yeah, that's actually a great plan there. Like, if he were to lean back, it'd be an illegal hold. But yeah, the positioning puts Kyle Fletcher in a position of having to fight so hard to get a break. Or just tap. Like, action. Agreed, Cam. Definitely a concept that's been run into the ground, and you know it's only going to get worse with AI becoming such a thing. Proper ring psychology. No, for real. And you see, that's the thing, right? Like, not the biggest Jay Lethal guy, but he has such sound ring psychology and does so well to combine that with, like, the indie style and the modern indie style. Does the little things so perfectly. Wanky, he has reach. Yep. Yeah, that strategy is all the more effective on someone like Kyle. Agreed, Lone Star. I didn't think it was going to be this competitive, but yeah, they are trying to give Jay Lethal a bit more of a run in the sun, at least since Final Battle last year with the match against QT. Oh yeah, that turnbuckle brainbuster.
There you go, Jay. There you go. Desperation forearms by Jay Lethal. Using that left foot, as you can see, hooking the middle turnbuckle to stay on top.
If he hits this, this could be huge. This could be massive for Lethal. Come on, Jay.
Jay up top. It's got a
Championship challenge. Ooh, for sure.
The King's elbow. The feet. The knees got up.
Might have broke his arm there, Adam. Just at the right time. Yep. Just at the right time.
Yeah, that hurt his leg all the same, but still. Damn, still got such speed.
Well, Fletcher with the burst of speed, the kick delivered intensely in the
Trying to fight it. Repositions and gets the brainbuster anyways. Damn. Don't know if he was fighting it or if his balance almost gave out because of the leg work. All the same. Perseverance and victory claimed by Kyle Fletcher. Shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Fletcher, that tremendous explosion in the corner, the kick underneath the jaw of Lethal, and then
Yep, right. Yeah, you see? Oh, yeah, no, that I think was intentional to put over the leg work. Which, again, little details I can appreciate so much. Obviously, you could expect that out of Jay Lethal for the reasons I mentioned a few moments ago. Kyle Fletcher doing those things at under 30. Incredible. And sure enough, a beat down. Bro, don't get involved. Your boy's got a match later.
Takeshita and Alexander hammering Jay Lethal.
Why is a commentator getting up and going towards the ring? Come on, he's a TNT champion. You know that. He's got 3 men in the ring. He's got Lance Archer here to his left. Excalibur.
What is this about here? Fletcher, he called off Alexander.
All right.
Takeshita.
Let's go.
But Adam Cole, he's not coming along.
Just realized this isn't our Why? Oh, lad. Yes, no, ROH is going to be tomorrow evening.
He's going to call the family off. And of course, as we know, members of Paragon, they've got the Grizzled young veterans still to come here tonight.
And what is poised to be a great tag team bout. Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly coming up next against Zach Gibson. James Drake, Grizzled Young Vets.
Just tended stuff. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, the blue is an interesting look. I don't know. It's kind of growing on me, personally. But yes, yeah. Oof. Lawn moment. Trios tag. Blue, yellow. But yes, I shall be right back, y'all. Please stay tuned. Should be back before the end of the commercial break. And just gotta get me some more water. All right, and I'm back. But yeah, and I'm wondering if that means we're going to be getting Alexander's match next, or if we're getting the Paragon's match next. I'm thinking it's the latter, personally speaking, but who knows? It's just they're both out there, so you could start either one now. I mean, that's fair, Rika. I can get preferring the blue to yellow, because I can kind of agree. The blue on the red is what's, I guess, makes it hard for me to, like, be fully into.
We are back with you on Collision, and it's good to see the TNT champion back with us.
Yeah, I couldn't just sit back and let that happen to Lethal. Honest to God, I think the Don Callis family needs to be taught a lesson, and I'd be more than happy to do that. I know Ronnie and Kyle would feel the same.
All right, we are ready for our next match. Let's go to Arcadiara.
Let's go,
Paragon's in the ring.
The following tag team contest.
And that's my answer.
One fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first at a combined weight of 409 pounds, Roderick Strong and Kyle.
Literally no explanation of the separation between Paragon and Kingdom.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 4
Honestly, I was fully not processing it.
and James Drake.
I was checking things on my end. Everyone doing today? Doing pretty good, Mike. Well, how about yourself? Saturday night vibes on a Thursday.
Yeah, honestly, it was very smart of them, and I respect it. They're going after Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, one of the best tag teams in the entire world. They want to test their might against these two.
I can get with it. My gosh, how much? How'd you split the water up like that?
You know, I think, excuse me, the Grizzled Young
He spit water 4 times. GMIV on TV. I know, right?
the tag team division here so stacked.
The milk carton is officially outdated.
Top of the AEW World Tag Team Championships, but a victory for the vets here over Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong would just it would rocket them up the ranks.
I think that's exactly what they're thinking. You know,
Yep. They had a couple of matches and then just fell off the face of the earth.
here in AEW is a smart move, but I've said it before, I will say it again. As good as the Grizzled Young veterans are, they are not Paragon.
1, 2, got to roll up that time. Nicely done by Drake.
Team and GIV a fun trio spoken. That's a question.
Yourself in tag team wrestling. This is a great place to start because we know the success that both Kyle O'Reilly and
It feels like a great fit with them would ironically be like Nigel McGuinness. But he's doing a bunch of other stuff.
You know, Roddy and Kyle are looking to pick up some big victories, and that's going to start tonight.
James Drake blocks the suplex attempt. Zach Gibson
2019, right?
tremendous international success, not only
That's how I was feeling with FTR versus Paragon. Thrice over in the last few months on Collision. Doing good. I'm about to clear.
one count that time did Zach Gibson.
I can promise you that Roddy's still got a lot more.
What's that?
You might want to focus on what's
Did
going
not
on
make
with
that out.
Gibson.
That's a great call. Pick up.
Scoop it a slip. No.
Roddy down.
Floats over.
Beautiful drop kick. There you go, Roddy. There you go.
We're going to get parallel to the ring.
Paragon regaining control of the match. Fan special programming note immediately following Collision right here on TBS tonight. It will be the countdown.
Yeah, Black and Red is a very overdone combo.
Stories coming up this Sunday as O'Reilly the cover and Gibson the kick out.
Remote next to Eddie. Appreciate that, fam. When I first got emotes on Twitch, my idea was like, what if I just parody some of the famous Twitch emotes? I was like, all right, so then I just do my own LOL and my own Kappa and my own not like this. I actually did I had a Bob Sapp one. But it didn't land like I wanted to, and I never really saw much use. Yo, James Drake looks so intense.
objectively looking at this match, I know that.
Oh, ow. The way he just face planted and went limp. Like I said, if it goes back, I'm really
It must be the shiny gold belt or something.
Alex is going to be specifically wearing a very thin shirt for the occasion.
For Roddy and Kyle in this matchup, but what a tag team clinic this has been. Between like the tags and the ring control, it's just been so impressive to watch two excellent tag teams go toe to toe.
And speaking of excellent tag teams,
He's watch. So what if he's watching?
originals challenging the Hurt Syndicate for the AEW World Tag Team Championship 3 days from
Made a paper towel. So he does. Nice. Don't want to ruin something nice, like, right? Completely forgets about the bit and time addressing oneself. Comes time to the stream and it happens. Oh shit! And just go to rip your shirt and then you realize, oh wait, no, this is my new $40 merch shirt.
Here's a cover. 1, 2.
There you go, Kyle. There you go.
We were talking about, you mentioned the Sons of Texas. We mentioned earlier about how
That trio is. I'm wondering if Komander and Speedball are gonna be the main event. I low-key want them to be the main event more than the CMLL.
AEW history, short as it may be.
It's hard to believe that the first Double or Nothing took place 6
Okay.
years ago. A night that
Yeah,
changed
same cam.
professional wrestling forever.
It was an incredible night, Escalva. I agree. It was in Las Vegas, and we'll all recall at the MGM Grand. But look at this.
Eddie Kingston returning is going to be just like,
Vicious, man.
it's going to be healing for the AEW fan base.
That night, of course, alongside Jim Ross, good old JR in the announce desk. Want to send our best wishes to Jim Ross.
Specifically because he got injured so soon after coming back. Like, man, I want him to go on a run of a lifetime when he gets back.
Media, the man is my mentor. 1, 2.
No, I don't, Eric. But once again, no spoilers for any show that isn't AEW related in the last 24 hours. Because there are other people here who might want to watch TNA after this. And so on and so forth. Kyle comes out and starts doing his follow strikes and stuff. You don't see anybody else in pro wrestling doing that. It's very much just like fits his vibe.
As we head towards Double or Nothing coming up this Sunday, we are back on TBS. Tony Schiavone, Escalva.
Yeah, I've heard good things for Steve Macklin in the last couple of years. Seems like he really found his place.
Like you said,
Forgotten no more.
Kitchen sink right to the gut. Kyle needs this tag. He needs it. Come on, Kyle.
But actually, though,
Place knee by Kyle O'Reilly. Almost there. Sends Zach Gibson reeling as James Drake the
Just-
dive at the boot of O'Reilly. Paragon, Grizzled Young Vets tag team battle. Here tonight, the final stop before Double or Nothing this Sunday live on pay-per-view.
good job to flip
finally got him off. Oh my god, that was a thing, wasn't it? Nice with the backbreaker. Half and half. Olympic slam. He muscled him all the way up.
That's right, Roddy. That's right, Roddy.
He is fired up. That chop almost knocked James Drake out of the ring.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of those. Let me just say I'm glad we're friends now.
Even the tag coming into this match with some urgency. Drives down Drake and cover made.
Nope, sir, gotta save that time.
It was also during a time like fall 2021 to like summer 2022. I was not really watching WWE product. I watched reviews from like Fightful and Wrestle Talk, and if I missed one, I wasn't really bothered about it. So that time is very hazy to me when it comes to their product. Collision Saturday, June 1st. That's right, July 2nd. They're going to be doing Dynamite 300 and Collision 100. It's mad how those two have lined up together in the same week. Like, you couldn't have planned that if you tried. I feel you. Your resolution. Yes, I hear you. Dynamite 300 is epic, yo. Y'all, to this day, I've seen every single episode of Dynamite as it aired live or premiered live in the case of taped shows. I'm talking not just Wednesday night Dynamite. I'm talking about the Tuesday nights, the Friday nights, the Sunday nights, the After Dark Dynamites. Whatever, accurate. Yeah, it's low-key something I take pride in, which is a really weird fan thing to do, but I can't help but feel proud of it, because for like the first 200 and some change, that wasn't even something I was trying to do. It just kind of happened. I was just always looking forward to the show and made the effort to watch it.
You see the teams there. And of course, our stretcher match coming up as well. Nice. First ever in AEW.
A few live, but I've seen them all. Yes. Yeah, make no mistake. I'd never be the guy being like, you haven't even done this. No, it's weird to gatekeep things as a fan like that, especially, but really in general. And that's that. Nice. The guillotine was keeping him guard. For some reason, I thought James Drake was going to still kick out, but nope. Dude was done for. GG's. Honestly, yes. With how they've been walking up on y'all the backstage this last couple of weeks, talking shit. I slept through one hungover and I couldn't see one because I was on a trip. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Things like that. With Rampage and Collision, it's happened. Collision mostly has been a case of there's another wrestling show on at the time that we've prioritized watching live. But yeah, that's it. Only been able to watch Collision where I live again just since February. TK made a deal with USA Network, interestingly enough. That's funny. That's what airs on for me. Wait, so how do you watch Dynamite then, Alex? Or is it just a matter of scheduling is what you mean? That intensity.
Chicago street fight. We were all there to see it last week on Collision. It was out of control. Right now, let's go back to the ring for our next matchup here on Collision.
The following contest is scheduled
It's like ESPN bet base. Oh, okay.
Introducing first, accompanied by Don Callis from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 220
Okay. I appreciate this Canadian television lore. Collision Rec 2-0-1. Down this card, such a huge fan. For real. The way that it really is like it's Bobby Heenan family sized. In fact, I think he may have taken that concept and just kind of evolved it into a more modern one. Thankfully, it's never changed. Oh, okay, gotcha. I guess I misinterpreted your message earlier. I thought you were saying that you were only able to watch Collision weekly because of how both show, like, what, I guess, network both shows air on. Fox. Yeah, AR Fox has been popping off these last couple of months. He's officially out of the doghouse. I'm so happy to see it for him. I'll always think what could have been with the Mogul Embassy and AR Fox in there as a member, but the time is come and gone. AR Fox is still awesome. It can still be great. I'm not Max Canada. Otherwise, I watch all of AEW on the fair. Very fair. I mean, if Triller wasn't in such a state of duress right now and uncertainty, I would recommend investing in the VPN Triller, the VPN AEW Plus on Triller situation like I have. Within a couple of months, it paid for itself. And, like, I know this sounds like such a fucking ad read if you listen to Fightful podcasts, but it's so cut and dry the truth. You spend like $80 on the VPN to have it for like 16 months. You spend $8 a month on AEW Plus, commercial-free experience. Don accepts. You have a double or nothing challenge. What? I don't mind using Gable still. It's kind of a throwback. Fair. A lot of things in pro wrestling are a throwback when you think about it.
Our good buddy Jim Ross was at the first one by your side, Excalibur, and of course Jim is undergoing some
I fully did miss a graphic.
battling cancer. We're thinking about you all the time.
I was just sitting here, just like looking at it, and then I got lost in my head trying to complete the sentence that I was very clearly struggling with. Oh, all right. I'm here for it. Especially because you already know that can set up a title match. Hey, Mercy, welcome in. Still gonna be able to catch a couple of matches. Okay. Oh, no worries. No worries, Lone Star. You take care. You have a wonderful evening and rest of your week. And yes, hope to catch you this weekend for Double or Nothing. You're very welcome, friend. Have a good one. Hey, Mercy. Gotcha.
I'm gonna make a proclamation here. Josh Alexander is the greatest technical wrestler in the history of the great country of Canada. Wow.
Birdie's after Lone Star.
That is a very boastful statement, Don. Even better than you back in the 80s. Very accurate statement. Wow. Well, Josh Alexander, I mean,
Is Kanosuke wrestled tonight? Yes, he has made an appearance. I believe was not in a match. No, made an appearance after one during a beatdown. Oh, the way he took control of that leg like that.
I think Josh Alexander has learned a lot from watching Owen Hart.
Ankle lock. What about Joe LeDuc? A roll up.
Oh, Fox. Lumberjack.
What match would it be? Anna Jay and Harley Cameron versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford.
He's exciting. Look at this.
Anything involving Kanosuke. I mean, also felt.
He was millimeters from getting his head taken off.
Oh, yes, that's right. What am I saying? Duh, yes. He was getting powered up by the shorter Bandito.
Another great Canadian athlete like Luscious Lenny Sinclair.
He practically floated in the air. Unbelievable.
Again, so floaty.
He may have torn a hamstring there. Yeah, rough landing for Fox. But even rougher landing for Josh Alexander. Get the leg, Josh. Fox continuing, or looking to continue to apply pressure.
Big agree.
Seems unstable.
Great way to open the show. Always is.
I think he got to the top very slowly, stumbled a little bit. Lands on his feet. Watch out, Josh Alexander. Missed.
And nobody home for Alexander in the corner.
Roll through. Oh,
Intercepted.
Into a German
excellent.
and maneuver that was.
Incredible power.
Down go the straps. Up.
Oh, my God.
The power bomb. Alexander turns him in.
Dude is such a beast.
There it is.
It's too nebulous to say. Yeah, no.
Spike from Alexander.
You see, it's definitely one of those things where typing it out, you want to put Don Callis family in parentheses, specify the members of it. Because, like, Paragon, there's 3 members. We know which 3 members are in there. But if it was, like, Undisputed Kingdom, we might want to be like Adam, Kyle, and Roddy. So people don't think it's, like, Roddy, Taven, and Alan. Adam.
You got a big match at the pay-per-view. Adam Cole, Paragon. They're taking on the big 3 of the Don Callis family. I hope you're ready.
No, I'm ready, Don.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm positive.
Being cocky doesn't mean you're ready.
No.
Just to be clear.
I just. Hey, y'all.
But you screwed up
All of these options.
at the pay-per-view at Double or Nothing.
Don't worry. Triller TV International, that's where I got my show because I got it for $20. Another great reason to invest in the whole VPN gimmick. Assuming Triller TV stays alive, please, somebody rich, buy it. It'd be a great investment for you, I promise. Still seeing him as a heel still. Week 3 of the Don Callis show. That works and is. How could you not put it that way? Especially when he's got so many people in his in his faction. I almost said roster, but at this point, it might as well be a roster. We used to have Triller TV in Canada, but now we don't. Triller TV pay-per-view specifically was US. But here's the thing. Up until like World's End 2024, I thought I had to turn on my VPN to watch the pay-per-view on Triller, because that's what I have to do every single time for Dynamite and Collision. And then one show, I forget, I think it was World's End 2024, I was like, I didn't get it up in time, but the show still started. I was like, I didn't need my VPN this whole time, because I didn't realize that pay-per-views were available in America, like, regularly on Triller TV already. So I didn't need the VPN to start it. I just needed to get it at the UK price. I say all that to say, because I was so used to it, that isn't going to be much of a change for me this Sunday. But yeah, I can understand the frustration for those who always went through Triller here in the States for just the pay-per-views, and now the catalog is up in the air, depending on Triller status. Good, get the GoFundMe account started. God damn it, why? Let's go find this stuff. Bye, Tony. I just need dazzling for AEW for pay, but it really wasn't worth it. I just came before. Yeah, I feel that. YouTube seems to be a great option, but it seems like it charges the same price internationally, and that's kind of rough. Yep, I mean, honestly, that's the real hack, y'all. If you can make the go position situation happen here, it's effectively like going to your local bar to watch the show. We sidecast it here for everybody in the YouTube chat to watch along to. That's not just that's not a Dynamite Collision thing. That's an everything thing, whatever show it is. Could book a Los Rios match for like 0 hours. Wouldn't hurt. Well, because it endangered the max deal, but it would be baller for TK to buy it for our international fans. Agreed. And I don't think it would. I'm not sure it would endanger the max deal. It really depends, right? As long as because the thing, if he buys Triller, then all of a sudden he can decide circumstances, and he can make it so that way the deal with AEW and Triller does not step on the toes of AEW and Max.
It's got to be Hanger. Love and respect the bro, but it's just not quite his thing.
And we're all on the same page. It's an intentional personal attack on my being. Look your talent, not just your sister. You can say support indie wrestling with all the other shows. Yes, that's exactly it. Like imagine how much good faith AEW, not AEW, but Tony Khan would earn back doing that. Like, not to lord over indie wrestling, just to give it a financially secure platform to be broadcast internationally. Because if Triller goes down in all of these shows, all GCW, Defy, Progress, like almost every single indie promotion on the market is on Triller TV Plus, and then they got to go find their own third-party platform. Maybe AEW could be like, "Yo, we got Honor Club. Some of y'all can come over here," but that solution only works so much, and that's not. And then again, that could complicate things. This is July 16th, Wednesday. What? Okay, that is a win. Why? What are we talking about that for? So yes, the tag match is the main. I'm glad for that. Safety for man. Yeah, the mask sunglasses and baseball cap is a lot, especially because it looked like he had a mask over his mask. Hey, Templario, United Empire Zone. One half of the strong openweight tag team champions alongside TJP, having won the titles at Resurgence. Also, the CMLL World Middleweight Champion. Excited for this one. You had an idea who this for a second, then I realized it was CMLL time. Yep, it's like, no, I know that feeling where you're like, Wait, I don't recognize this person. Oh, I feel bad. I don't recognize this person. And you're like, oh, wait, this person don't go here. Okay, I feel a little bit better about not recognizing this person.
And we, of course, Tony, are looking forward to our trip to Mexico City. I mean, what a big summer we have lined up.
I don't know. Their names, and I'm so okay. Rhea. Description below. We got the whole match card listed there. You ain't getting off scot-free.
Then, of course, we have coming up in July,
All in Texas.
all in Texas. We'll be going back to the UK.
Yeah, there's one particular. Oh yeah, no, I saw this person on Blue Sky did this interesting poll. They did a poll of most attracted AEW wrestlers to men, most attractive AEW wrestlers to women, and then most attractive AEW wrestlers to non-binary people. And Hangman was the top for women and was like top 3 for all 3 sections. It's like, well, I mean, y'all. Who is Scott and why does he need freed? Poor kid. Mystico on Collision. Yeah, Mystico, we're kind of just leaving. Who won for men? Oh damn, I'd have to go back and find it now. It was very interesting. It was a very interesting poll too. Damn. I don't want to just throw a name out there that I feel like was it, you know, because I could be completely wrong. Yo. Nice. That was so beautiful. And the spinner Rooney to get up. Templario's everywhere, man. One of the people to benefit most from the CMLL New Japan AEW partnership. Surprised they didn't come out with the belts. Agreed. That's what I would say. Oh, MLW middleweight champion as well? Wow, yeah. Well, I think specifically AEW doesn't want to feature MLW with if they don't have a partnership going. The CMLL titles, though, like, why aren't you doing that? Feature those championships. I don't care if there's 3 dozen of them. Okay. Flex on him. Is this guy's even here? Is he signed to CMLL or MLW? Yeah. Oh, Mystico's the MLW middleweight champ. That's right. Okay. As for which one is he signed to? I know he signed to CMLL. I don't know. I know he does work with MLW. I don't know if he's signed there.
If you're the opponent, oh my, you just gotta wait for your moment here.
As Mascara Dorada, very impressive display.
Volator just moved out of the way that time.
Where's Laverana when they can land back on their feet? Right? It's so smooth. Maybe he's on a handshake deal. Yeah. MLW is known to do stuff like that. Are they considering a walkout?
Sure, it's so hard to prepare for. Again, how quickly they are moving around and how they can take you out in multiple different ways. It's unbelievable.
Aubrey is so willing to get indignant with the luchadors. Like, she's just about putting her foot down. You see Paul Walter. How's her with its idiot? I mean, great for him. What? Fucking love Luch. Lucha really is a special thing. Like, I'm so serious, y'all. In a perfect world where WatchaMania can be a full-time job, CMLL is getting covered. And that's saying something, because CMLL has a lot of content output. Y'all think AEW has a lot to put out? Even if AEW still had Rampage and Dark, it would not be putting out the same amount of content on a weekly basis as CMLL does. I like to wrestle with a similar Raven-like character. Remember that, man? Oh, yeah, Raven had a special mystique about him, dude.
Went out with a flurry that time.
Occasionally a year ago, but from what I've seen it. Yes, CMLL seems to be a lot of fun. Friend of mine who is like a pro wrestling connoisseur. At some points, he tries to watch literally all of the made pro wrestling in the world. He's mad like that. He's told me for the last year CMLL has been his favorite promotion. We're talking to somebody who's watching WWE, TNA, AEW, CMLL, Noah, New Japan, All Japan, TJPW, Stardom, AAA for some reason. Started watching Stardom this year. My God, what a load! Yeah, I have not watched enough Stardom for my own good. I see that they do a lot of shows scattered throughout the week, and that's what really gets to me.
Again, it's been a 3-on-1 here for a few minutes.
Nice.
Are a little thrown off by this lengthy advantage by Magnus, by Volador, by Rujita. 1, 2, and because in Lucha Libre,
I'm watching Mystico wrestling, nothing matches. Very fairly refuses to get hurt.
American, European, even Japanese wrestlers off when competing in Mexico.
Lucha Okada.
You see that often.
Almost like a constant tornado tag team situation.
Yes, exactly.
That's a great way to put it. Oh my God.
Yeah, don't speak for me.
You see, I would have said Lucha Orton, but Lucha Okada is probably a better way to put it.
I know you love it because you would be wearing a mask if you didn't.
Lucha Okada is me dead.
You got me there, Tony.
There you go.
Mystico.
Bro, he's like so ready to go. Like, come on. Let's fight. How Teton was in this match? From CNL for me. Teton's been doing a lot of work over in the Best of Super Juniors right now, so he's not going to be able to come around. The Best of Super Juniors is like a 13-night tournament over the course of like 21 days. So those spare days are pretty much just spent doing travel to the next show. That's why we haven't seen Nick Wayne or Kevin Knight in the last couple of weeks, because there's no way they'd be able to fly back out to do something and then go back out there. DWT. Yo, hell yeah. That's awesome to hear, fam. New Japan's been a lot of fun. It's really worth it for me to go out of my way to watch it live. Kevin Knight's going to kill it if he... Yeah, without getting into any spoilers, at least on the most recent nights. Yeah. Let's go out here. Even when he's half-assing these rawness, they're still so pretty. Inserted my veins. Yes. If Hechicero is not at Grand Slam, I shall be upset. I shall be rather perturbed. So we've got Reeboks. Like custom branded after him Reeboks? That's awesome. Better be able to endure. No, like actually.
Yeah, the momentum shift here, palpable, Adam.
Yes, it sure has been. It sure has been. But they gotta stay, they gotta keep going. They have to keep this momentum going strong right now.
Now, back and forth, Magnus is in.
Oh, okay. See, me not paying attention to the choreographics.
The ropes over the top. Cross body press that time, but no, watch out from behind.
Ooh, that'll be a scientific match. I remember Battle in the Valley, we got a Hechicero versus Zack Sabre Jr. match, and oh man, I've been craving a rematch ever since. They've gone at it like 7 times. Just give it to me always. There's like 5 Tekkers guys in the world that I just want to see always have matches with one another. Forever until the end of time. Swerve is legit mogul. That man makes moves in a bunch of industries with a lot of pressure. Yes. Yes. Like, that's not just a gimmick. Bro lives it. ZSJ versus Willa Forbidden Door for the belt. I just know it. Ooh. That's a fun one. I see a lot of people calling for Gabe versus Will.
Magnus thought he was sending Mystico to the outside. He did, but unfortunately the pile was waiting for him. Mascara Dorado.
Huge crossbody there.
Dragon twist that time, and here's a pickup.
Nice.
Thought he was in trouble. No, ducks through. Up on top.
Beautiful poison Rana. Anarchy in the arena match and a blood and guts match for the women. Yes. Oh, way overdue. We were kind of heading towards one in 2023, and everything fell apart because of injuries and stuff. Man, I want it, though. And there it is. I was going to say, let that be, because that was a beautiful shooting star press.
Body control, athleticism, just absolute excitement here on Collision.
A well-deserved victory for Master.
You see, I don't remember the spot. I shouldn't say I don't remember. I didn't see the match, so I don't know how Eddie got injured. I know something happened with his knee. But yeah, no, I've been watching Gabe in New Japan week in and week out. He hits hard, but it's not any stiffness you don't see in any other New Japan wrestler. It was a horrifying spot. Oh, okay. So maybe if I had seen the spot, I might have a different opinion. So I don't discredit anybody feeling that way. But yeah, I haven't seen anything that gives me the impression that he is particularly dangerous or careless.
You want a match on Sunday? Fine. Don't worry about me. Pray the gods show you mercy, because the Megasis never will.
Bro's listening.
That is unless you bow down.
Oh.
It is official for the Double or Nothing buy-in tag team battle. Megan
All right, which one of you MFers is Tony Khan? And why don't you listen more? It was a table for the setup, floating on the apron of the guardrail, ropes, suplex in the apron. Back of Eddie's knee wrapped over the guardrail. Ooh. Yeah, that definitely sounds like both men should have been a little bit more considerate of their efforts, of the spot. Because, yeah, New Japan's barricades and the strong shows particularly were kind of tight-knit.
And you heard it made official here tonight. Earlier, it will be the Paragon versus the Don Callis family trios clash at Double or Nothing this Sunday.
It was too tall. The suplex position, he was always going to hit that. Yo, mercy, dude. Aw, man, that's so awesome of you. I appreciate you. Gifted 5 memberships to the community. We looking like George, AEW, Casp, all getting gifted memberships. Thank you so much, friend. Yo, that's so awesome of you. That's... Like, I'm so serious when I say that stuff supports the channel so much, y'all. Like I said, like, the last couple of gift bombs have effectively paid for Double or Nothing. And, like, y'all, that's so appreciated. You know, especially because, like, y'all don't have to do that. You just hanging out is enough. I know I promote it, I know I throw it out there, but like it's never a requirement. And I will never make it a requirement. Because I just can't betray my values like that. Why can I not find what I'm looking for? Duh. It's on the wrong channel. Yuck. Looking at it. Mercy, that's awesome. Is this other one off? And this is a good time to remind y'all to make sure you check. Yeah, that one didn't work. Yeah, no worries. Because every now and then it's a matter of like people's settings not allowing them to accept gifted memberships. So just double check your little dots. I forget. Yeah, the 3 little. I forget exactly where you need to find it, so I do apologize for that. Look around right here on the front page. It shouldn't be too hard to find where you can make it so that way you can accept gifted memberships. Okay, I try to make AEW at least every week and always will. Only been here a few months, but always like to appreciate that, fam, because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I could be a little bit too loud for some people's likings, a little bit too fast as well. Like I'm just like millisecond kind of thing. Yeah, it's fun with those emotes. We are so close to having another emote slot unlocked as well. Mega unlocks a few days this night. They really have never ever gotten away from one another, and that's so awesome when you think about it, how they've kind of just been like career rivals in this company. And here we are 6 years later at Double or Nothing, where Mox first attacked Kenny Omega. Match main card and 1 pre-show currently. Oh, they're definitely going to squeeze on like 2 more 0-hour matches. I also like that they called it the buy-in. I just realized that they called it the buy-in. Yes! This is the way it should be. Personally, I think 0 hours should be ROH gimmick. Buy-in should be an AEW gimmick. Because I've always liked the idea of the buy-in, because that's exactly what you're trying to get people to do. You're trying to get them to buy into the pay-per-view. Pre-show match is weird. Oh, yeah, I think they'll announce another one in between now and the show. And possibly sneak a 3rd one on during the show. The YouTube had it set.
Willow,
Hold on.
hang out with, and what do you think I do? What did I ever do to you? Besides spear you off a stage, drop you headfirst onto thumbtacks, and choke you with a chain. You may have a point, but here's mine. I'm sorry. I've made mistakes, but I am a very dangerous person. So be careful who you push, because they just might push back.
Well, that sounded like a threat to me.
Right? Like, how did you start this being like, I'm just trying to apologize. Accept my apology and turn this into, don't push me too far or you may get hurt.
This is the scene at Collision Beach Break. Speedball Mike Bailey coming out being taunted.
I missed AEW 3 AEW Insanity, which is insane. Yo. Hell yeah. Wasn't it? Gotta do some Twitter announcements to keep engagement fair.
So Bailey has more than enough reason to get revenge in this match tonight.
A very dangerous match to take when in 72 hours, Speedball Mike Bailey will challenge Kazuchika Okada for the Continental Championship.
Said I'm sorry, Punch. Right? Like something tells me you aren't as sorry as you're suggesting you are. Actually, for like 5 months, 2019, then took a break. She get mid 2020, early 2020, then stopped watching it again. So 2 shows. I see. Yes, Alex, it's a very fun gimmick. I get we found the casino gauntlet match. That doesn't mean we should get away from the other casino match. We should still have the casino battle royal. We should have the casino battle royal. Whoa, hold on. We're at Double or Nothing. Why aren't we having a casino battle royal? Let's do this. Casino battle royal. Winner gets a title match at Fyter Fest, Summer Blockbuster, Grand Slam. One or the other. Being a pay-per-view competitor. With Roosh only days before the show is brave. It truly is. I don't know who is more brave, Tony Khan or Mike Bailey. Not in Vegas, it's got to be. Damn it, man. I don't know, because they're running off the Desert Diamond gimmick, so they're still doing casino theme. But yeah, they might have just gotten away from it entirely because they don't want to do something like that. Yeah, I think doing it with women would be great. And I have a casino gauntlet, just casino battle royal, so we get to see everybody. Yes, Fyter Fest is going to be in Denver, Colorado on June 4th. It's going to be for Dynamite and Collision. Initially, I thought it was going to be a 4-hour live special. I'm now thinking that's not going to be the case. But the following week, on June 11th, it's going to be a show called AEW Summer Blockbuster. Does not have Dynamite or Collision's logo on it. So I think that show is going to be the 4-hour live special rumored. And then, of course, the following week will be AEW Grand Slam Mexico. So yeah, June is set to be a hellacious month for AEW programming, which is great for the road to All In. I did not expect the eye drink to be a nice blue can to be neon red. Yeah, it was. I didn't fully process that. Now that you say that, I remember seeing it pour out just now. But yeah, actually thinking about it, kind of weird. Second thoughts are being had.
Coming up next for the big event coming up Sunday.
Agreed. Kind of like the old Fight for the Fallen logo as well. The new one's not that bad, but it's exactly themed like AEW Dynamite. Also, in hindsight, love how the Fight for the Fallen gimmick was effectively hosted and promoted by FTR, and then like 3-4 months later, they're dastardly heels. Pretty much the long shows off a lot of. That's what I'm thinking, Rika. Is like, you'll still have to do staggered entrances, but everybody in the match is guaranteed to get some sort of showcase, get on TV to some degree. What happened to Fyter Fest? It became a. Oh no, Bailey! That hurt them so bad. The way that Roosh just pulled a Joe. Damn, they were on fire too. Kind of burned out though. But yes, Fyter Fest became a subtitle for Dynamite episodes starting in 2020 and beyond. It was just 2019 that Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest were effectively pay-per-views, PLEs. But yeah, kid rallying Bailey to his feet. Which I don't need to hurt you. You'll just hurt yourself. This is easy. Would you like to throw yourself into the barricade next? Razor 2 the 3 miss fight up. What? Really? Yo. The buy-in.
Specifically uses everything in
His Fight for the Fallen of graphic moving skirts. Yeah, the old logo particularly I was a fan of. Not saying the new one is bad, but yeah, it's just effectively the Dynamite logo, but with Fight for the Fallen being written instead of the word Dynamite. Ooh, that was a rough landing. Throw yourself into the barricade. Yep. Yeah, just enhancement talent. All right. Throw themselves. Just not good enough. Grabs him. Does it twice as hard.
As you can see, Komander trying as best he can to get to the corner. Dralistico cuts it.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Alex. I've really come around on the new logo. Because when Collision was first launched, the very first version of this current logo we saw is right there above Collision with in the red. And I was like, I don't know if I like this. This doesn't feel like them. But over time, I appreciated the brackets no longer being there and less focus on what the acronym stood for and more so just the acronym for branding reasons. It's a smoother logo to put on top of shows, you know, because it's kind of hard to put. It's kind of hard to phrase without knowing like proper editing terms. But it's like it's a logo that kind of demands to stand on its own, whereas the newer version of the AEW logo can much more comfortably fit atop a pay-per-views logo, a TV show's logo. Respect the simplicity of it. Big, bold, only slightly stylized. You can read it from across the stadium. Yeah. See, that's a great take. But ultimately, there's nostalgia for seeing the cracks in it and like the chipped W in wrestling. It was gritty. It was classic. It was a throwback. AEW ring apron. Yeah, the old AEW setup. The old tunnels. A lot of things. Oof. Completely avoided. Very slick by Komander. Smoother, I agree with you there, yeah. Shit. I keep the LED apron, though. We upgraded removing that. Fair. The LED barricades work because they keep them as simple as they do. Old tunnels the most, though, yeah. Agree, Alex. Current tunnels are better than no tunnels, but the classic tunnels are goated. I don't care if they look like they straight up bought them off of TNA. It was great. It's graphic. I do miss the tunnels, yeah. The Black Rose, they look great, but sometimes you can't see them when working in that. Yes, no, 100%. When you're somebody who's jumping on the ropes and trying to so blindly and faithfully rely on the ropes placement, to not see them as a detriment.
Everywhere this coming Sunday, and don't forget the countdown to Double or Nothing is coming up immediately following this telecast. So stay with us. Roosh comes in, picked up Mike Bailey, and just ate that one.
Speedball Mike Bailey, who will challenge Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, for the AEW Continental.
The chandelier aesthetic they had. Ooh, yeah, the big old chandelier thing that sometimes would be the lowered to the center of the. Oh yeah, that was great.
Speedball Mike Bailey, looks can be deceiving. He is Taekwondo black belt.
Yes, he is. Roosh is a
Ooh, that hurt. You know that hurt. Yes, and another thing to consider, Riga, is the different structure of different rings. AEW's ring ropes are at different heights than the New Japan ring ropes, and at different heights than some indie rings ring ropes. And not to mention the different tightness. Some use coils. A few promotions are trying to do the WWE thing of using actual ropes. I bet some people hate working with those people. Oh, yeah, right. Right, but also welcome in. Sorry if I've missed you being in here earlier. 100%, they're totally kicking teeth out of faces. No, like literally. Speedball subscribes to the low-key philosophy of I can knock you out for real. So beautiful, landing on his feet. Precisely, especially because they're so lighthearted. They're such a soft and genuine personality, but then can also just be like, but also, I kicked your cheek through your other cheek.
Bailey and Komander looking to keep the momentum going.
Nice. Double kick out. Okay. Oh, yeah. Half the time I don't even realize the difference. Yeah. No, I get you. It's hardly a difference to notice. Springboard Destroyer. Nasty. Now you shall forever be known as One Cheek. Ooh, he hit the mat third time, but the pin was broken. Ooh, that was so close. And Roosh is mad that it was that close.
What does Okada have in store for him coming up on Sunday as well?
Knee strike catching Bailey.
Okay, Roosh says that's it. Let's end it right now.
Wait, what?
Faccion and Ingobernable.
It's like he chose to not tag him. Why did you choose to not tag him? Oh, wait, is he already the legal man? Oh, ha. Dralistico forgot he was legal. Oh, my God. He's still in it. Oh, my God, Roderick. The way it's like... How can we turn a work into a shoot the match? Oh my God. Real though. Poison Rana. Oh, he just kind of crumpled. Only brought back to life by the surging pain. Oh. Case in motherfucking point. Holding him in position. Holding it on. Maintain. There it is. Dunzo. Fire. It's fucking. Hell yeah. I appreciate that take, Regan. Here he comes. There you got it. With the dark hair, he's serious. You can tell he's serious. I remember the name of Komander's finisher, but it's always cool. Yeah, it's definitely a specific name, but all the same, I appreciate it. Because it's a unique spin on effectively a classic.
Speedball Mike Bailey shown respect to one of the most accomplished wrestlers, not just of his generation, but of any. But you know,
just like that. Oh! Oh, so you're gonna disrespect me? Then let's get started. That was awesome. Bro has held that title for like 400 plus days. It's kind of nuts to put in perspective. There's only ever been 2 Continental Champions. Holy crap. To put that in perspective. And that was Thursday Night Collision, y'all. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's been that long, right? But yeah, he won the title in like early April 2020. 2024. Why did I say 2020? No, it was been like 5 years. Wait, what? Sorry, but that is Thursday Collision, y'all. Thank you so much to everybody who hung out. ROH is normally on this evening, an hour earlier than this show is, but it is on tomorrow instead, and we are going to be live for it. So hope to see y'all there. It's looking like it's going to be a fun night with some women's wrestling being featured, including Queen Aminata in a Pure Rules match. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But otherwise, next time we're going to be going live. I'm not sure if the crossover Dean 2 special between ROH, CMLL, and Action Wrestling is going to be aired live. If it is, so we're going to try and do a watch-along live reactions for it, but it's looking like that won't be happening. So Saturday night will be clear. We'll see y'all Sunday for Double or Nothing. Of course, we got 2 nights of the Best of Super Juniors over on our secondary channel up until then. Please do subscribe to that to help support us, even if it's not really your thing. If New Japan isn't your thing, just because that channel is kind of still struggling to get off the ground, and we'd love it if you could help us close that gap. But yeah, otherwise, thumbs up, bells on, take care. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening, y'all. Happy wrestling.